And runners are going. Let's go. Good luck for both of them. The game starts with a cutscene. You cannot skip through it, so you have to mash buttons to go through dialogue. This is a Metroidvania. You can jump, you can roll, you can double jump, you can melee, and you can shoot arrows.
Yeah, the key mashing on the cutscene is a very nice warm-up.
It is. And then you can also roll jump. If you press both roll and jump on the same frame, you'll be able to get the roll invincibility and speed plus the height of a jump. It's pretty good for like maneuvers at the beginning of the game.
And you can also shorten the roll jump by using the attack animation. It cancels the roll stagger for a little bit, so you end the roll jump a little bit quicker.
Oh my god, that spike invincibility frame, what the heck?
Yeah.
So, we're playing this on easy, and we have to take 3 chests in the first area of this game. But on easy mode, we start with 2 extra items. One of them allows us to have way more invincibility frames than the other categories, and the other will regen health over time. And we also start with like a whole bunch of health. It's like maxed out from the beginning.
Yeah, the newer version of the game actually doesn't give you full health straight away, because that way vitality fragments have no point in existence. So it actually gives you a chance to go and collect them and be rewarded for it.
Yeah, it's always so weird when you get vitalities on easy in this patch and it doesn't do anything. You just say, you're max HP, you're max already. And you're like, oh, nice. But we do play on an earlier version, not because of HP, but because during certain cutscenes, if you're in cat mode, it will transform you automatically, make you slightly slower. And Rin is getting to the first boss already. Let's see if Rin is going for the quick kill. If you beat a boss without getting hit, you're gonna trigger. You're gonna get a boss item, and most of them are pretty OP, and Rin got a quick kill. Very nicely done.
Nice.
The way it works is that you shoot all 3 arrows from like her bow at the same time on her pearl, which is her crit spot. And for some reason they hit it for more than 1 frame, which does a whole bunch of damage. And Flash got hit. Oh no.
I mean, resetting on Edea isn't actually all that bad, because you have a bell right before the room, so you don't have to do all the platforming to get back to the boss room, unlike in Lubella 1 or other bosses.
Yeah, it's probably one of like the minor time losses in this game, like if you get hit in this fight. And the item you get from her is a DS Pearl, which allows you to have poison properties on arrows. It's interesting because you kind of cause a DOT on the enemies, but it also creates a poison cloud that can poison yourself, so you should always be careful. Oh no. And DreamFox got hit. And Flash just got through it quite nicely. This boss is divided in 2 parts versus Loka, which is Hell. And second part is Lubella.
Which is pretty nice.
She just stands there, you hit her movies, she laughs. There is one movement that you don't want her to do, and we didn't manage to see.
Yeah, but is DreamFox not gonna reset? Not going for the Backman patch can be really crucial over the whole game.
DreamFox, like, I remember the last tournament, whenever DreamFox took damage in a boss fight, they would usually not go for like a reset. I feel like the last time they saved was before Edea, so they would have to do all the fight against Edea and then Lubella again, so yeah. It's kind of an interesting choice, to be honest. Most people just reload the save on races whenever they get hit on boss fights, and Flesh took a save to save, which is pretty good, to be honest. Mocha can be quite deadly with his RNG. It's going quite nice though. Just doing safe. There's like two strategies for Mocha. You can go safe and like just sit in a corner and shoot arrows, or you can do melee strategies, which are somewhat risky because you gotta adapt to his movements like faster, you have less time to react. And Dream is getting to the grave, which is it's half underwater. Underwater movement is super slow, so you wanna roll as much as possible. And it's also full of spikes, which is scary.
Yeah, spikes actually one-shot you no matter what difficulty you're playing on, so they can be really scary, especially in the grave, because it's literally full of the spikes and very precise movement.
Yeah, and if you die, like depending on where you die, like for example, if Dream dies to Spike right now, the last save was right after Lubella, so we would need to watch the cutscene again. And Flesh got the Backman patch. Let's see how that item will give him advantage over Dreams. And this is the jellyfish, baby.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a sign of good luck. So the Backman patch allows us to summon a whole bunch of squares from the sky that do a whole bunch of damage. I cannot explain them. Like, I mean, they're literally just squares right there.
That's actually true. They're actually called back blocks, I think. And they're like, you know, demonic squares with eyes on them falling from the skies.
This item, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. The squares one by one don't really deal that much of a damage, but there's I think over 100 of them. So it does deal damage.
And we also use that outside the fights and for a very precise, not precise, but like for a very fun trick that skips about 30 seconds. It's pretty good.
And DreamFox is approaching the third boss fight, which is Frida.
Oh yeah, without Backman patches, this will be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Backman patches aren't really that crucial on Frida. They'll be really worse later on. Because
they do speed up supply.
Because on Frida you just get a bit longer fight, but on Lupiar, for example, it will be quite a problem, or on Fennel.
That's true. How does one even do Lupiar without Backman patches?
I don't have a clue.
Well, Brain got a Spark Thread, which creates an AoE around Lucaho, which is the protagonist of this game. And they just got the first Crest Fragment, which allows them to charge arrows faster.
And Flesh actually got the jellyfish as well.
Oh, is this gonna be a double, baby? Double good luck?
2 blessed runs at once.
And they're getting like good stuff right from the beginning. This is interesting though, like Dream was playing some before like the race, and they got a golden Backman in that run.
Yeah, that's another sign of really good luck for the run.
I think the chances is like 1 in 27, like 27,000, something like that.
That's a very small chance.
Damage boost fog. And Flesh is using the Backman patches. And is also going for the safe strategy. Pretty good. Now DreamFox is approaching the next boss fight, which is actually a rematch.
With Lubella.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. Oh yeah! I was like, where are the Backman patches? I keep forgetting about them. The ring is insane. Oh no, she died.
Yeah.
This is like 12 seconds time loss.
Dream actually has an insane pace right now, even though he lost back on patches.
I know, right? This is going pretty well. Like they are like running so consistently besides everything. And now the real game begins. When you kill Lubella, she curses you with a blessing that transforms you into a cat. For us, cat is way better because cat is super fast compared to human.
And it's really
And
cute.
it's cute. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a cat. What else do you want, you know?
Yeah.
And also, it has a very small hitbox, which makes it easier to go through stuff and just movement around. And now we're gonna take a small detour on DreamFox's screen. We need to see a certain bell so the game records that we visit that screen, because then we're gonna get another crest that will allow us to warp through areas. And that bell is pretty much like the main hub, in a way. We always use that one.
Yeah. I think there are like only 2 times when you warp to other locations.
Yeah, I
Once
think
to
about like
once to the Karst city and once to the Karst castle at the end.
yeah, and then we teleport like 3 times, 4 to the monastery. It's such a good bell, like the location is amazing. And Flesh just finished Lubella 2, very nicely done. I didn't see if he got dives, but hopefully not.
So rolling on in the cat form actually works a little bit different because you get staggered for a little bit at the end of the animation. So what you're seeing the players are doing right now, or rather DreamFox so far, he's roll jumping constantly and cancelling the animation with melee attack. Because that cuts out the stagger, and that was the knight fight.
Pretty good fight, very hard, as you know. And now the elevator.
Yeah, pretty much one of the best parts in the run because you just get to look at the cat.
If you idle during this elevator, you can see the cat sleeping, which is also great.
Yeah,
Just
that animation is really cute.
And now you're getting to floor CL, which is, I have no idea why in the lore the third crest is there, but there it is. And this crest allows us to warp between bells.
Yeah, it's some sort of a spirit area, if I recall correctly. Not really sure about what the lore says about it.
Oh, who put the crest there though? This is so weird.
Yeah.
It does look cool though. And now we go to that bell that we previously saw, and we fight the ladder boss.
Yeah, the ladder boss.
And this is similar chambers. This area is like super scary casually and in other categories because it has some pretty nasty rooms, but in any percent we barely see like stuff. We just go to the boss and like mind our own business. And Flash just beat the mini boss.
the knight again. And
here's
DreamFox is
Arsonist.
approaching Arsonist. It's a really scary fight casually because she teleports a lot and has some scary attacks. But in the speedrun it's not really that bad. Unless you really want to do it quicker. In that case you have to fight her in melee range and that is pretty difficult.
Yeah. Like, Arsonist is one of the fights that it takes a while to get used to when you're learning, and then it gets really hard when you're trying to optimize it. And also you want to finish the fight as close to right as possible because that's where we want to go. And you want to finish the fight as close to Kef as possible because she has to walk to you and tell you stuff. And DreamFox said no.
Oh my god.
He's not white, what the heck?
How could he?
God, I'm sad. You gotta say yes, because, or else she calls you a roach, which is faster, but it's sad because you broke her heart.
That is actually true.
And Flesh getting the warp crest, very nicely done. And now we are approaching the best screen in the world.
Yeah, the cat screen.
Let's see how is their RNG. Ooh, 4 white cats, 1 caramel cat, and 2 black cats. This is amazing. Such a good cat RNG.
This is not really bad. It's actually really good. Although I honestly prefer RNGs when I get more black cats than the others. Because they're just really cute.
I love every cat the way they are. And we also go there to get a key, I guess. Which is important for the next section.
I mean, who cares about keys?
Yeah, like, it's
Cats
kind of a
are-
bonus, actually.
Cats are obviously more important.
Of course. And now Dream is reaching the final fight. That's actually gonna take a while since they don't have the back patch, right?
Yeah, it's actually gonna be really difficult.
Oh, early
Unless he
trigger to the
goes-
second phase, what the heck?
Yeah, unless he goes for no missive. Yeah, I think that's what he does. You can actually skip missive, it's not that bad. Because you actually only use it on the Queen, Lupiar in some strats, and the Clone Angel, and all of that you can do without it as well.
I mean, it is a whole bunch of time lost, but like it's not too much. Especially since like they started the fight without actually having backman patches, so getting it perfectly is really hard. And this is the Pinacoteca, also known as Pina Colada, Pinecone City, Royal Pterodactyl, and Pythagoras Theorem. It's like a very hard section to do optimally, but it's a pretty fun one to do. So
That was scary.
it was. This section is pretty hard, and every single skeleton and enemy do a whole bunch of damage. And you have to be changing between human and cat a whole bunch. You have to do very weird movement at times. It's such a good area, to be honest. And we're taking another detour. Oh god, no. We're taking another detour to get the Sealed Wind, which allows us to unlock the true ending later.
Yes, and you have to get that true ending to get your run accepted, because the game doesn't consider itself beaten unless you get that true ending.
Yes.
Also, Flash got 2 black cats as well, so that's
Oh.
pretty nice.
That's neat. They got the cat's blessing. Wait, why did they? Oh. Oh no. That was confusing. Luckily, DreamFox got the safe save.
He got it. But Flesh also was forced to reset on Fennel.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Flesh has all the items, so he should get the quick kill. And in the meanwhile, there's Lupyar. And this is a scary fight. Green didn't even know when to try to go for heavy arrows there.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, let's finish this quickly. And the item from Fennel is the Missive, the Painted Missive, which at the cost of 1/4 of her max health, you get 100% attack damage for 15 seconds.
Honestly, Dream still has a really impressive base, even though he's missed so many of the items.
I know, right? I think this kid's still like 23, maybe like 24.
Yeah, he's actually gonna have to go the other way here because he doesn't have the backman patch to unlock the ladder.
Oh, that's true. They have to take the long way.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that part of the castle for so long.
I usually see like the first few screens when we play AVIP. Wait, Dream, you don't have the item! Oh, they realize. Well, yeah, there's like a bug over there I usually go for in AVIP, which is also Dream's main category. But yeah, outside the screen you don't see much either. In the meantime, Flesh is going for the Sid win. Very nicely. Oh, this is actually a pretty good movement.
It is, definitely.
Flesh is one of the players that got into this game because of the tournament, and he's been practicing so much, it's quite nice. Actually, let's see the results of this practice. And that was the switch. And now we're going back to bathe our leaf in hibisco tea, because that adds additional properties to our leaf. Like in the game it just makes us stronger, but there are some traditions that use it like hibisco as an anti-solar thingy. I don't know, it's confusing. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just some, you know, magic. Really weird magic. Oh. He actually used the item a little bit too slow. And got hit by the witch.
But now they have the leaf and they can now proceed. It also turns their leaf into green, and I personally don't like that a lot. It's kind of a nerf. It's aesthetically speaking. Hey. Oh, Flesh got hit by a Magnolia there, right at the end of the fight. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Wonder if both players know the backup strats.
I know Dream knows how to do the queen fight without heavy arrows, but I don't know if they know how to do that without like massive heavy arrows and backman patches.
Honestly, I have just played arrowless so many times that I can really go smoothly through the third phase without arrows or backman patches, but it can be pretty annoying, especially if you don't know the pattern.
Yeah, like if you lose the heavy arrows, you only lose 15 seconds in the queen fight compared to reloading the save and going through the fight again. So people usually learn backup strategies without that, just because like sometimes losing 15 seconds is still makes you in pace. And DreamFox is going for the yeet. Very nicely done. I love that strategy. Oh my god, that's scary. Okay, everything is fine.
Oh my god, that was scary as hell.
Thank you, iframes. Oh my god. And now Flesh going for the leaf upgrade. no! He went through the elevator again. Oh man.
Oh man, and he doesn't have the backward patch to do the safe strat either.
Oh no. This is so scary. And their health is going so low. This is
Yeah,
confusing.
this is
Okay.
really unfortunate.
Oh my god. And this gives time to Flash to catch up.
Yeah.
But there you go. DreamFox getting to the fight. I have no idea how this fight's gonna be played, to be honest. Without items?
This is gonna be fun to watch.
This is like half freestyle, half the old strategy, I guess. Interesting. And Ree's not getting hit at all during this fight, which is pretty impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
They will have to wait for this pattern though. And Flesh just beat the Angel Mini boss. We didn't talk much about her, but I guess we can like explain that on the second race. Now we're going to the third and final phase.
Wow, that was
GG.
really impressive. GG.
2706 without half of the items. This is actually like very nice from DreamFox. So let's change audio to Flash, who just got into the Queen fight. First phase, very nicely done. Going with the backwind patch strategy. It's actually faster if you don't, like, you didn't get the first phase quick kill. There you
And
go.
that's a really clean second phase.
Yep. Let's see how he managed the third phase. Ooh,
That was really
that
close.
was really close. And GG for Flash. There you go. Very well done by both players.
Yeah, honestly, both players kept up a really good pace. Especially, you know, I just have to shout out Flash for not losing any more time after that at the air reset. It was a really clean run overall. And DreamFox honestly just insane run, especially while missing half the items.
It was super impressive for both of them. And like, Flash was only 1 minute behind PB, considering like Idea, that was actually a pretty good pace. And DreamFox without items. What a run! What a run!
Yeah.
So, while the players get ready for the next race, in case anyone in chat has questions, we'll be more than glad to help. And in case you want to learn this game, we have a Discord channel on speedrun.com, and we have lots of guides, resources, the community is super chill, and we have a channel with cat pictures. In case you want to share.
Excuse me, that's a pet's channel, not a cat's channel.
I'm an OG member. I used to be there when it was only cats.
It used to be. The future is now.
Yeah. You can post pictures of your pets, especially if it's a cat, but if it's not, you can still post it there, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
so
pretty cool.
even if you don't really want to learn the game, you can just come and hang out, or just post your pets. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get something out of that too.
I have many pictures of cats. Yeah, you should indeed post those on the Discord channel.
It's a cat channel, period. I do not agree with that.
I have a real cute cat plushie that also counts as a cat. It's very soft and cuddly. I want one too. Also remember, for everyone viewing this, watching this, remember to drink water. It's important.
It is very important to keep yourself hydrated.
Yes, we're gonna have 1 or 2 runs after this one. This is a best of 3 format, so there's more Momo action coming up.
Stay tuned for some epic Momo gaming really soon.
Epic Momo Gaming. This is such a good meme. Oh god. It's great.
11 out of 10.
When are we having our Momo chess? That is indeed a good question. I think you could actually organize, like... There's a lot of people in Momo that play chess for reasons. So I guess that could be arranged after the any% tournament.
Epic Momo chess gaming.
Epic Momo chess game. And Flash goals at the game? What's Momo chess? Oh, it's just like we discovered that lots of people in Momo community play chess. Like not auto chess nor anything, just like regular chess. And there's enough people to make like a small tournament or something. We were all playing the other game. It was pretty fun. Imagine being on a good pace in the Grove and then you see this. What do you do? I don't do anything. We can actually play except for Sap. That's actually true.
Yeah, and I think Rico is actually really insane in chess as well.
Yeah, Heiho is pretty good. He's like a pro.
Players getting ready for the second run.
We can play with us if you want, Asia.
Yep.
And they started. So let's see how they do the second run. Again, in case if you weren't here on the first match, this is Momodora. It's a Metroidvania where you can jump, you can double jump, you can do melee attacks, ranged attacks, and you can also roll. You can also roll jump, which requires you to press both the jump and the roll on the same frame. That allows you to have the roll speed and invincibility plus a jump height.
It's a really cool movement trick.
Yep. It's pretty useful. Like, Grove is the area most people play the most because it has such RNG that requires lots of practice to get good times. So it's quite wild how much stuff you can do with those movements.
Yeah, the aims are controlled by pure RNG, and that can be pretty bothersome at times.
Yeah, on higher difficulties, there's more enemies than usual, and you have less HP than usual. DreamFox usually plays on Insane, which means they only have 1 HP and get insta-killed by anything. Playing Grove is pretty scary under that condition, to be honest.
Yep, getting insta-killed and more enemies, that's really difficult.
They are also getting free chests to get enough money to buy an item on the first shop in this game. No, that was a really good movement on DreamFox.
Yeah.
Can Flash get... Oh, so close to get the 1 cycle now. Lost a bit of time, but not too much. Let's see if DreamFox can get the quick kill again. Oh, that was chilling. But it still did a good amount of damage. Like, this is one thing about the quick kills, that even if you don't get it, you still do consistently a whole bunch of damage. So it's like almost worth going for normal, even if you're not consistent with it. At least the safe version. And Flash is going for the regular fight. Oh, very nice. So they both got the Diaspero, which allows them to have poison properties on arrows. This item we buy is the Crystal Seed. It gives us 50% attack damage for 15 seconds. It's a pretty good item in the early game. Later we get a better one, but for now it helps a lot.
It's pretty much a budget tainted missive. Except it's not budget because you actually need money for that.
Is the life of Fennel worth more than 80 money? One might ask. Maybe. Let's see if DreamFox can beat Mocha without getting bullied this time. Who wins before? This time is way better. And Flash is getting the safety save. Always good if you're not consistent or if you feel like you're scared that you won't get the item to go for that. And no dice for DreamFox. Very nice fight.
Yep, that was really clean. Not queen. Queen is later.
And Flesh is going to Mukachu. Oh, DreamFox did the ladder trick, which is a very precise trick to follow that ladder like way faster than usual. Pretty good.
Yep, and it also looks pretty cool.
Yep. Flesh also finishing the fight quite nicely. This is a pretty, like, this race is way closer than the last one.
Yeah.
Both of them doing their best. I think Flesh might be in pace for a PB, but I'm not sure.
What was his time again?
His PB is 27:57, I think, something like that. This is definitely a good pace, I would say.
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
Oh. There are some pretty cool things you can do in this screen DreamFox is on, but it's so scary to do in races. Most people just ignore it. Oh my god, that was really close to hitting spikes. What the heck?
Yeah.
Very good. Taking the safety save. I don't know why DreamFox gets that save, to be honest. I mean, if they take damage during Frida, they're not gonna reload the save, so why?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to get the sparse threat.
Maybe they realized it was lots of suffering from the last run and now they're gonna reload.
Hey, we all learn on our own mistakes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's also a race setting which always has some nerves going on. Like it's always everything gets scary in a race, I guess.
Oh, Flesh got the jellyfish again.
There we go. 2 jellyfish in a row. This should be like shitting. What the heck?
DreamFox melting through Frida's health this time with the backing flashes.
Very nice fight. And Flash is not much further behind. He's also just got into the fight. This is getting like... This is really close. I like this. Like, any mistake, and this could be a turnaround. Oh, that was a nice damage boost. And Frida teleported on both springs. And it's the big laser attack. Okay, there you go. Very nicely done. DreamFox getting on Whiteleaf Memorial Park, which is my favorite area in terms of aesthetics. It's just like a chill place with lots of red and roses and like stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just so chill.
Yeah, it's a really nice place to just hang out at.
Oh, they try to do a pretty cool trick where you fall down the ledge at the same time you use an item. So you like save 0.5 seconds. It's a pretty cool trick, but it's quite difficult since it's like frame perfect. Oh, pretty nice fight.
That was really clean.
Yep. And now DreamFox is a cat again. Pretty good.
What is this like, getting to be a cat twice in just one race?
I know, right? This is just you, Blast. I wish you could meet a witch in real life like Lubella. And I would convince her to transform into a cat.
Yeah. That is a curse I could live with.
I know, right? And Flesh got a dive, and he reloaded the save. There was this thing, like, it was not timed, but we were wondering whether it's fast or not to reload when you get a dive against Lubella 2. Since you not only lose like 12 seconds for the attack, but you also lose your crystal seed charge. Oh, sleeping cat, that was beautiful. Very good fight for Flash. Oh, and this guy's name is Paramo. He's pretty cool.
He's like one of the 2 confirmed males to exist in the game.
This is when you talk to Cotillard, she says his name is Paramo. It's like confirmed. Oh, not going for that bell. That's interesting.
I mean, if he hit the bell in the grave, which I did not really pay attention to, then he's all good.
Probably the one on the monastery, actually. Because you need to fight the Mimi Knight. The meme.
May Knight.
May. And DreamFox just walking through a wall that suddenly disappears. And there was a knight, I guess, too. Who's ahead? DreamFox is ahead, but it's not by a whole bunch.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 to 40 seconds timers.
It should be about it, yep. Maybe a bit more. But like, it's still quite close, especially considering the difference between those 2 PBs. This seems like a good run for Flash. Like a pretty good run for Flash. There we go, but getting floors, y'all.
And the skeleton you can notice in the screen right after Idea is the other confirmed male. His name is Ascorn, and he's a really cool dude just looking for his wife, because he and his wife came to the world of the living after they both died because of the curse. And yeah, he's just looking for his wife. He actually... Well, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but he doesn't move from there unless you talk to him. So make sure to talk to him.
It's a pretty cool, like, small side quest.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ascorn was actually made an appearance in another game?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, he's also known as Sans from Undertale.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where he died in the first place. And there you go, getting to the arsonist again. Let's see if arsonist will behave. kind of scary.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting going for the melee hits instead of using the sparse threat right away.
I think Dream was actually thinking about going for AVIB threats because in AVIB, when you go to Arsonist, we usually don't have sparse threats yet. So you gotta do melee threats first to stagger at the beginning.
Yeah, strong habits die hard.
DreamFox said yes!
Wow.
Such a good person. This is what we do. This is how you treat your waifu. Saying yes. Pretty good.
That was really nice from him.
Yup. That's the correct thing to do. Wait. Oh, the wrong warp. The infamous strategy that usually saves lots of time in video games, but not on this one. And Flesh just getting to the Arsonist fight. Let's see if he can get it. And this is a pretty good cat RNG. Like 3 black, 2 white, 2 caramel. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is really nice, especially that you see all the black cats are lying on the shelves.
Yep.
Flash fighting the Arsonist.
Just finishing it. There you go. Pretty good. And DreamFox is getting to the Phantom. Now with items. Oh wait.
Yeah.
That cat farm though.
Not really that big of a problem.
Can they still get?
Yeah.
It wasn't the quickest kill, but it was still pretty good. I didn't know you could get a quick kill entering the fight as cat. Interesting.
Yeah, because you actually don't need to knock her back. So you don't need to charge the arrows. You just have to get really close, but not too close, so you don't get hit when she's crouching.
Yeah. Like, I'm kinda more used to one backman strategy now, so I kinda don't remember the two backman strategy mechanics. And there you go! Pina Colada!
Flash only got 1 black cat, but it's a really nice cat RNG.
Pretty good. 4 caramel, 2 white, 1 black. Count me in. Oh,
But-
this was scary? Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, but if we counted you in, that would be 11 cats.
Wait.
That's actually way better.
The more cats, the better. I think we should, like, have at least 1,000 cats in this game. And
Yeah.
it still wouldn't be enough. No, those chalice. Okay, got the sealed one, very nicely done.
Oh, can he get it?
And
Oh,
Flash
that was
also got into
quite-
the fight, pretty good.
Yeah, that was quite close actually. But
They're gonna get the save to save, very nice. Just to make sure. That's small zip you can do. It doesn't really help with anything, but it's funny. So good. Oh. Dream forgot to do the setup for this fight, and this seems very confusing. Does that work? Wait, can Ring get this? Oh my god! What the heck? Holy heck, Dream, this is so nice. And you got the second phase super nicely too.
Yeah, but he's gonna miss the arrows.
No, he's
Because-
not. If you use
Oh.
the item, if you use the missive between like, it only counts as taking damage if you do that when there's a health bar in the screen. Basically, DreamFox uses the Tainted Missive while Magnolia wasn't still down, so it's safe.
I actually didn't
Very
know
well
that.
known of. Yeah, it's kind of like those obscure mechanics, but they have some pretty good uses, as DreamFox just showed us. DreamFox is making me have a heart attack during this. Oh my god.
Both runners are actually keeping up with the same pace all the time. It's really
I know,
nice.
right? Like, they didn't do any mistake, pretty much. They're always so close, like, DreamFox has been ahead this whole race, but anything that could go wrong might help Flash immensely. Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, did Lupia triple roll on Flash screen? No. Oh, he got hit. But it was really close.
Yeah.
If Lupia rolls too much during the fight, you won't do enough damage to her, so you gotta like be really careful with what you do. It was still a pretty good fight. Okay. I think Flash can PB by like 2 or 3 minutes if he keeps up this pace. What the heck? That would be amazing.
That's actually true. Epic Momo Gaming.
This is indeed an epic Momo gaming battle. And here's the Clone Angel. Basically what we want to do is to hit the one that's closest to the ground. If we hit the wrong one, fish will rain from the sky and lose us a bunch of time. And you can also one-cycle her, if you're good enough. Oh. Aw.
Oh,
Wait.
oh my god.
Oh, yeet! Oh my god, no! Ooh.
Oh my god, what is
Resetted
going
the
on? This is
Yeet!
scary.
There you go. This run is now valid.
That was really scary.
It was, but it also shows how safe it is. She like if you're paying attention, even if you don't get the yeet, you can still like recover in lots of different ways, even though there's like a whole bunch of spikes underneath you. It's a pretty good strategy.
I mean, you can recover as long as you get hit, because if you don't and fall right to the spikes, it's not really nice.
Yeah.
And DreamFox is approaching the queen fight.
This could be around 24, like a mid 24 maybe?
I'm gonna say 24, 30.
Yeah, about that.
Actually, no, it's gonna be quicker. Or is it?
Yeah, I think it's like about 24, 20 something maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Still a pretty good time. DreamFox was like at ESA, so they didn't really have time to practice lots of Momo. So this is a pretty good time for like someone who's kind of rusty. There you go, GG, 24-22
GG.
for DreamFox.
That was a really great run. And Flash is still on a really, really great pace.
He indeed is. I think this might be like low 27 maybe. This is looking really good. Oh my god! Ah! Okay, everything is fine. No! Hmm.
Ah, that's too bad.
It happens. That room is really scary, to be honest. Like, there's so many spikes by the end, and this game is so precise. It's kind of hard to like keep good movement when you're like nervous, like because you're in pace.
Yeah, that's true. I've lost too many
No!
runs to
It's
that.
fish from the sky. Oh, okay.
Oh
They
my
resetted
god.
it.
That mistake though.
It happens.
Yeah, at least we saw fish.
Let's just some fish. Always good. Feeding all the cats in the monastery with fish.
It's the right thing to do.
It is, just like saying yes. Okay, one cycle and good RNG, very nicely done. Oh. Oh, dodged like everything now attack. Pretty good. Oh no, the most scary one. The scariest one of all time. Okay, it's fine.
And now the elevator. I like to do the ferry in the elevator because it still gives me a chance to not have to worry about the witches, but I don't have to wait for the casting.
That makes sense. Since you don't really have like going through menu and changing items would be too slow, so just casting fairy doesn't lose you anything, and there's like a bell before him. Oh, that's something I might start doing too, just for fun. Ooh.
That was close, but really nice.
Yep.
Going for the arrowless strat.
I mean, this is one strat that is really good, like if you don't get a good first phase. It just makes everything smoother, like adapting.
Yeah. It makes the third phase a little longer, but as I said earlier, if you know the pattern, it's honestly not that big of an issue.
And GG for Flash. Also, there's the scene where, like, waiting for that spinning pattern on the second phase is just so slow. Like, just looking at all those pink Doritos.
Yeah, it's really slow.
So, let's see if we're gonna have interviews. DreamFox and Flash are already here. Okay, let's just wait for them to come.
Did we actually say anything about this game's plot?
We said something about. Hello, DreamFox. GG
Hello.
GG,
on your
thanks.
first match.
GG.
Hello. So what did you think of your race? The first one was so shady.
Let's not talk about the first race. I sort of forgot to save after Idea, so when I got hit by Mocha, I just let's just go with it. And yeah, I did get the sparse thread at least. I mean, it's more common to miss out on sparse thread, but missing out on like everything but sparse thread, yeah, I haven't seen a run like that ever.
That was like super scary, especially Queen. And
Queen
Fennel.
wasn't that bad. Queen just takes a long time. She's not that dangerous. I didn't get the Tainted Missile from Fennel either because I was like, yeah, this is going to be too annoying to get, so
Yeah.
I'll just go with it. And I learned that you only need the Crystal Seed to one cycle Clone Angel. You don't need the Tainted Missile for that. So that was a new discovery for me.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that fight during the second race on Lufiar, you did like the reverse. The reverse
Oh yeah. Yeah. So when I entered the fight, I realized that this will need some improvisation. And I know that Bachman Patch hits closer if you aim it to the left. So I wanted to bait Lupiar over to the left side, and then move to the right side and use Bachman Patch on her, and that worked out. So yeah.
You also like really showed us obscure game knowledge when using the missive between Lupiar and Magnolia.
Yeah, that's
Like,
actually a
people-
thing even I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't come up all that often because it's basically only this fight that it can apply to. Or, well, it applies to the Queen fight as well, but you don't do that hitless anyway, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice little thing to know about if you are learning the game, is that you can use take damage between bosses as long as there is no boss health bar on screen. But yeah, other than the first run, the second run did go pretty smoothly. I
It
was
was
less
quite
than,
nice.
yeah, I was less than a minute behind my PB, so
Oh.
I'm happy with that,
That's
even
very
for
nice.
all the mistakes and saying yes to Calf.
Saying yes to
That
Cat was the
that
right
was
thing.
not a mistake, though. That was not a mistake. That was intentional. I'm pretty.
It's never a mistake to say yes to the rifle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, honestly, both the races were really, really close.
yeah, like the second race especially, like it was Flash was a little behind, but like it was so clear that any mistake could make it like turn around.
Yeah.
It was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let's
it's fun.
talk to Flash.
Hello.
Hello, Flash. What's up? GG on both races. The second
Yeah.
you almost PB, it was like
I was
such a good
50.
race.
I was 50 seconds ahead, even with Lubella 2 dive. I was 50
Dang.
seconds ahead on the last split, but then big problems happened. Or like I don't know, it was pretty weird. I think I was a little nervous because of race and of people.
Yeah, like nerves always get us, and this game
Yeah.
like gets so hard, and that Lupiar was sad.
Yeah, I was so upset that she just. I never have seen that myself. I know it can happen, but I've never seen it myself that she just rolled so close to me, and I was like, wait, now how do I kill her now? I was like a little overwhelmed. And then I
Yeah.
got a hit, and then I was like, okay, I need to do Queen again, heavy arrow dust. That was not so cool. But
You
besides that, I'm
managed
really
to do that.
happy with both
That's
runs.
nice. They were like both really consistent, to be honest. And
Yeah.
I said it was like super close. Like we couldn't really tell until the very end who was gonna win. It was like really nice.
Yeah.
I was happy that I didn't die to any boss but Lupiar. Because, I mean, that's the only boss I'm used to die or get hit in that manner. So, yeah, I was fine with that. And early in practice, I had so much trouble with so many bosses, so I was happy everything went smooth this time.
It was really neat, like from both of us. It was like such cool races, to be honest. Like so many stuff happening, and like It was really cool. It was very cool.
Yeah, it's really nice to watch races that are this close. Honestly, it gives you
Yeah.
hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't I die on the way to Lupia and Magnolia in the first race?
Oh wait, I think
Because
you did on like the on that platforming room, right?
yeah, because that was very weird. Because I didn't have my double jump ready for some reason, which was very
That
odd.
happened to me these days. You like,
Yeah.
I think you might have touched that platform, like the second one by mistake, and that might have messed up stuff.
I don't know. It was very weird.
By the way, how do you call Pinecone City?
Yeah, it is the Royal Pinecone City. That's the name.
I see.
How do you call that, Flash? Do you call the Royal Pinacoteca, or do you have a good name?
Not
Bro.
really, no. No
Aw.
name.
The
That's
artsy place.
The artsy place? That's a good name. I remember Elzum calling it the Ryuga Wakatekyo Kurao.
The what?
Oh, the Hanzo ultimate line from Overwatch. Oh
That's
yes,
a good name.
that one is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone has anything else to add?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, in the end, the race went as expected from my side, but I was still pretty happy with my performance and hope I can, practice till the next run a little bit more because I'm still fairly new to this game. And maybe get a win here and there would make me really happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be, because those honestly were really consistent and really good paces you got there.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was
now
really
that,
cool.
now that you have had your first race, you will probably not be as nervous next time. I know how that was for me. It usually gets better the more races you do.
That's not how it works for me. Like,
Oh,
I should be used to a more competitive field since I visit a lot of Smash Brothers tournaments, but I would still say after 3 years going to tournaments, my biggest weakness is still nerves. Like, I get super nervous and do dumb shit. And in fighting games, it's a lot more than in speedruns, because in speedruns, you're more used to it. And this game doesn't have that much RNG to, get nervous against. Like, maybe the boss fights a little bit. But yeah, I still get nervous, especially when I'm on PB pace in any speedrun. So yeah, I just have to survive it, and then I'm hopefully not that when I get the PB. Because yeah, I don't know, I'm getting super nervous. People who know me know that this is like a super true fact.
Yeah, nerves can really mess up a lot of things. I know that myself all too well. I've lost too many good paces to that.
Yeah, same. Especially Momo, that like the last bit of the game is actually very heavy mechanically, like the Queen fight. Nerves can really be a thing.
Or like the eat strat and what Dream did. It was really scary.
Oh my god, that yeet.
I mean, like when I actually got the Yeet, it was pretty standard textbook Yeet, but I did mess it up at first, and that yeah, I had to reset the room so she would stop attacking or do silly attacks.
But yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, DreamFox and Flash, for the race. Thank you,
Thank
Shelly,
you
for
for-
helping with commentary. It was
Thank you, Cal.
super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
it was really
thanks for the
nice.
commentary.
Absolutely what I want to say. Thanks for commentating. Thanks to SpeedGaming for restreaming that.
Yep.
And
Thank you, SpeedGaming, for having us.
GG
Yeah.
DreamFox was fun to race, and yeah,
And
see you next
thanks
time all.
everyone
I guess.
for watching.
See you all the next time.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.